Welcome to another 7 minutes of inspo. And today the tables are turned. One of our guests is interviewing me. I'm going to hand over to Fiona for the questions.
Awesome. Thank you. This is exciting. Tables have turned. So, the question that we want to start with is to introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? Who do you do it for? And what makes you different?
Okay, thank you for the question. My name is Luke Faccini. I have the privilege of leading the Sponge team. We are a branding agency that specializes in helping the next generation of business leaders rebrand with purpose. So it kind of covers what we do and who we do it for. But the reality is most businesses that come to us for a rebrand, refresh, rename, or new strategy, that's just a symptom that there's something deeper going on and that their foundations aren't right. So our point of difference, what we do differently, is we have our electromagnetic brand framework where we focus on culture, impact, and storytelling to build a foundation that creates meaning and enables that business to attract all the awesome people that it could ever need that stick for good.
Awesome. Could you explain your whole business model for creating positive impact?
Yeah, impact is at the core of what we do since 2016. It's evolved over the years. We've now got two core initiatives. We have three things. One is we help businesses be good for the world. So by virtue of what we're doing, we are increasing impact in the world. So the second thing is that we have our Double the Goodness grant, which is where we dollar match up to 10 grand funded by our awesome client work to help businesses that are cash strapped, impact businesses, rebrand with purpose or tell their story more authentically. And the third thing, again, about good business, it's all about accelerating impact, is we nurture and grow the Business for Good community through Good North.
And how did it all begin?
The impact piece, well, that was spurred by my purpose moment. And that was when looking for decompression in my villa by the bay in Sydney, I hit play on this documentary and little did I know that it was an expose on fast fashion. And it had me in tears. It showed me supply chain like I'd never seen before. It showed me the deaths, destruction, and devastation of ecosystems because of short-term profit at all costs, ignorance and greed, corporate ignorance and greed. And that changed everything for me. I fired most of our clients, imploded the business and started again, but this time with the intent to only work with businesses that have a positive impact in the world. And that was the beginning of that journey. It's been 8 years since then, and we've evolved a lot. So our impact has evolved a lot to a lot of trial and error to work out what was relevant for us, what made sense for what we do, and what the world needs.
It's a big journey.
Mm.
What challenges have you encountered on that journey and what lessons have you learned from them?
What we've learned is that most business people are good at heart, but the old way of thinking, the gangster way of thinking that it's nothing personal, it's just business. Or you have to make hard decisions or decisions that aren't ethical or sustainable at work to be profitable. That was a big obstacle. And it's something we still meet a lot with clients is helping them see that. So externally, it's about opening minds to impact being beneficial for business. And it is to the point where we've got this profit with purpose calculator that people can explore to actually find out just how beneficial it is. So that's the first one. But secondly, impact ourselves. We've made the mistakes that most people do, donate generously to every cause that comes up. And while donations are necessary, when you do that, you spread yourself too thin. And what that does is means that your people, your team, your customers can't hold in their mind because we're lazy. Humans are lazy. We want to pigeonhole things. So you can tie it up in a nice little bow and go, that's what that is. So as soon as you're doing too many things, it dilutes the effort and it makes it impossible for people to stand for. In fact, it actually weakens your whole approach. That finding the right thing, it was like finding what was right for us and the right mechanism so that everyone could feel like they were involved in our team.
Yeah, I resonate with that deeply, and I'm sure sort of purposeful business owners do too.
Mm.
Can you, being the story guy, can you share an impactful story or outcome that illustrates the change your business has made?
Yeah, so thinking back to We've helped a lot of people through our impact, our Double the Goodness grant. So many. I think the one I'm going to talk about, the one that's just nearest and dearest, like one of the most recent ones, is cancer wellness support, which is one of our recipients. They needed a brand realignment, really, and they struggled with how they have thrift shops in a couple of locations, and those co-fund the therapies that they give to their people living with cancer that they work with. They had no way to engage their community as far as help them feel more part of creating the impact. So we developed this impact activation piece for their stores, that people that were purchasing, and with the purchase that they made, we built a way for in-store activation of that contribution that their customers made. So a way that they could tangibly feel the result and fill this wall that we designed that made sense for what they were doing. So that activation has significantly increased the community engagement in the work that they're doing. So it educates, it gives them a way to take photos and share. So it socially activates it. It's a cool process. So I haven't seen, it's still fairly new, but I'm excited to see what results, how far they get with the impact and their goal for this, well, within this model that we've built for them. So yeah, that's cool. It's a cool thing.
What effects have your impact initiatives had on your business itself? I know you've touched on it, but can you elaborate on an example for us?
It gives us something to talk about outside of regular transactions, right? And this is something that we preach as well. So we practice what we preach. People love feeling a part of something good. And we've seen it with our customers when we share and show them what they've been contributing to just by being a part of our customer base. So not transactional, but actually, this is what you've done, right? And celebrate that and involve them in that process. Same with the team. It's interesting looking at life before impact to now. The people in our team are impact-driven people. So they get excited by the people that apply, the process of review, voting for it. They're involved in it, so they feel a part of it, it's cool to see everyone smiling and involved in it, whether they work directly on the project or at least they know who we're helping and what we're helping them achieve. So camaraderie, engagement, and customer engagement, all that good stuff. Nothing specific jumping to mind, just more of the general overall kind of feel to it.
So, looking forward, what are your future goals when making a difference, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Speaking about community and engagement and impact, one of the projects that we've got poised, ready to spend more time on, is our Humming Team software, and it has impact built in. So it is designed partly as a Trojan horse to help businesses that want engagement and retention solved within their teams. But by virtue of being in the platform, we're enabling their team to contribute to good causes. And then we're pushing that up the line to kind of nudge and suggest that the organization takes it as some of the most popular one, potentially the most popular one with their team, and makes it an initiative. So it will be by default creating impact, but to create a great impact by changing the hearts and minds of the leaders of these companies. So really excited about that. So it is like everything that we're doing, it's empowering people to create a positive impact through their work, right? Whether they're a frontline employee or a business owner.
So what advice would you offer to other businesses looking to make a positive impact?
It just start, right? If you haven't done anything yet, even fumbling through it and making mistakes it's noble. So start. But then the second thing is communicate what you're doing with your customers, with your team, and don't wait till you got it right before you communicate it. Document your journey of this is the good that we want to create. This is our first attempt at it. Come along on the ride with us and embrace them as part of that journey. And then learn. Everyone makes mistakes on this journey. Just evolve and work to have the best current version.
I like that. Take them on the journey.
Mm.
So where can we find out more about you and Sponge?
Well, search for Sponge on any of the platforms. We're on thesponge.com.au as a website. We've got our LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Right now, we're putting up a ton of content every day. So if you want to be more inspired around this, check it out. And yeah, reach out. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm pretty active there. Look for me. My name is pretty unique. You'll recognize me. I have my good shirt on.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Luke. And it's good to flip the table on you today.
Thank you. Yes. Now, if you like this kind of content, you want to feel inspired, we've got a number of these in our YouTube channel to check out, and we'll have more awesome guests coming up. So until next time, be unapologetically awesome. Bye for now.